Hey guys, episode 23 of the Bitcoin and crypto portfolio series. Amazingly, it's up again this week, despite a sort of fairly moderate crash. People calling it a crash. I wouldn't really say it's quite that bad. Seems to be a lot of institutions still getting in. The big news this week, again, is Microstrategy. So they bought a huge amount of Bitcoin, about 500 million sort of earlier in the year, and they've now just essentially issued 650 million in debt, corporate bonds, to purchase more Bitcoin. They've said it's all going on that. They're not using it for anything else. So it looks like their convertible bonds at 0.75% to mature in 5 years. So they see that as a very cheap way to borrow money and buy more Bitcoin. It looks like Citibank or Citigroup downgraded them from neutral to a sell rating because they thought this was a bad move, borrowing money to buy Bitcoin. But yeah, huge news. So I expect they'll be buying this in sort of OTC, over-the-counter markets, so they don't sort of affect the price. You can't just put that sort of order on Coinbase and expect the price not to move. But we'll see this sort of effect very soon. So just looking at the portfolio this week, does seem that Bitcoin is slightly up and everything else is down, but it does sort of make a flat week basically. So 2.5% for Bitcoin, and yeah, so it has sort of came back up basically in the last day. So it sort of saved me from a loss week. But yeah, everything else is sort of been tailing off. Ethereum's come back a little, but sort of just slightly down. Litecoin, as you start sort of going into the smaller coins, 3% down. OMG, 9.5% down. Had a bit of a rough week. I think they've actually just been bought out. So obviously people aren't happy with the move. Would have liked them to be independent. Cardano's had a little sort of pump very, very recently. So that's just gone flat. It was down a little. XLM, I think some of these smaller ones, another 1.7%. Some of them just having a little spike up with Bitcoin going up in the last day. XRP, again, they were 12% down. They were having an airdrop. So if you hold XRP, yesterday they sort of take a snapshot of the XRP network, and then anyone who owns XRP gets airdropped a new token. So I expect some people were buying this in anticipation of that airdrop and now selling off. It's a bit sort of like a stock ex-dividend date, basically. I think if you've held it on the day of the snapshot, you can then get rid of it and you'll still get the airdrop. So maybe a bit of sell-off due to that. EOS, again, 2.5% down, just sort of similar to the rest. Nothing big happening on there. Tron's basically the same, 1% down. And Dash, 3% down. So yeah, they're all sort of pretty much performing similarly, just sort of they'll come a bit later. Power Ledger down 4.8%. So the gain normally comes on altcoins a little bit later. Bitcoin will go first. So basic attention token 6.6%. And then my couple of smaller positions. Dogecoin has actually rocketed up. That's probably just an anomaly. with Blockfolio. So yeah, interesting week. Sort of pumping up over the last day, but normally when the institutions sort of kick back in, the CME and grayscale and that sort of thing sort of don't operate at the weekend, so midweek does seem to be the main sort of trading area now, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, I can see the Microstrategy news sort of having a big effect if they're now buying. Looks like they will be buying in the next few weeks maybe. But yeah, so leave your thoughts in comments below, and drop a like, as always appreciated, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.